Hey guys, this is Derek with Itwood, and I am back to some kind of yarny content for anyway. Um, Luna's in kitty jail or hair jail, whatnot. She's been a little demon this evening, kind of like she does. But then she'll get on my lap about usually about 8 o'clock or so, and then she will do actually probably about 7, and she will snooze and snooze and snooze until it's bedtime, and then she's recharged and the zoomies begin. So she hasn't had as much recharge time because I have been building, putting together a storage cabinet, so it's done now. And but anyway, so where we are today, my friend Chuck and I went out to the late great Joann's today. The sign on the window, I think it said 12 days left, something like that. So we're getting close. And everything is 60 to 80% off. And we figured out that even though, there's signs on everything, scan everything that you are getting, because there were 2 final boxes, I'll show you in a minute, that were identical, but they had different labels on them, and we're ringing up. One was a little more, just a little right about, a little more than double the price of the other one. So I took both of them up to one of the workers. I was like, just want to make sure that I'm reading this right and whatnot, and I was. She said basically the explanation was one had come out, because they were still loading the shelves like weekly, daily, whatever. One had come out, and then like the next shipment was after the prices had gone down, and so it had like the new lower price on it, but they still had the old ones, and of course, they're, if you weren't catching it, people were paying for the old price, and the registers would actually ring it up as the old price because it had 2 different little numbers on it. So if you do go out to Joann's, re-download the app. I mean, it's only going to be good for another, week and a half. But download it and scan everything you're going to get, because you may find some secret little treasure in there. Which this was the only one that we found that was, had that price discrepancy. We went to the same item but the different colors. We went through all of them, and it was only the one particular color that actually had that issue. But hey, it worked in my favor. So anyway, Chuck is going to be doing attending a craft fair this, the end of this year. I just requested that he asked me to help him, and I asked that he not let me get COVID like the last time. So yeah, that was my birthday 2 years ago, or not, past year, but the year before. My birthday present was COVID. Made it almost 4 years into the pandemic, and I finally got COVID. And then of course last year my birthday just totally sucked. I got the most expensive birthday present of my life though. Surgery and 3 chest tubes. But hey. Oh, speaking of, I got labs. I don't know if I mentioned this last time. They did all the labs that were specific to the fungal infection that I have, and they all came back negative. So yay, no more fungal infection, but I still have to do those meds, I think, until August. We're getting there. So but anyway, this is our receipt from Joann. Our stuff was combined, so but no, speaking about the craft store, so he had this idea of some stuff he wanted me to make, because he'd seen this video of a little, kind of like a cozy thing for your pint ice cream and whatnot. So he's kind of come up with we worked together on the design. He had like the rough, this is what I want, and then we kind of tweaked it a little bit. And so I'm going to make a couple kind of demos of, it was like, hey, here's this thing. How do you feel it? What do you want us to change on it and whatnot? So got that started. But I figure I was going to show you my haul today. So first off, okay, we have it's loops, standard loops and threads. This was It's the Skinny Chanel, and so it's a number 4, and you know the whole it's 524 yards or 480 meters. Just nice. What color is this? Where is your color? Duckling. So yeah, just nice yellow. Are you going to behave if I set you down, you little twerp? Didn't you look so innocent? There's a reason I call them my furry little demons. And especially when you look, I've got another. She already got me. Just that quick move. We have over here, there's my pet carrot. This is, it's Loops and Threads, it's the Fluffy Fluffy Flex. It's a bulky, green. So it is, I don't know if you can really see it. But yeah, just green with the little dots of different primary colors in there. It is 126 yards or 115 meters. I'm watching you, you little demon. Yeah, for once that worked. Mate, it just distracted her. Don't you dare, you little twerp. Hang on a second. Do you want to go back into... No, she took off now. I have... This is a pet backpack thing. You know, you just wear it on your front. I had a hoodie that had a little pouch, but it was kind of tight on me. I didn't quite, you know... You're back. We're going to put you in it. I didn't like... I mean, it fit, but it was tighter than I liked. But not... And then my sister got this one. And then she found out her kitten was a boy, and then I had the girl. And so we traded. So and then I have just a regular... No, kitty, you're going into jail. Nope. I don't care. You're going into jail, and you're getting arrested on camera. Everybody see. Oh, come back here. Come back here. It has a hook, a tether, a whatever you want to call it. And I just hook it to her collar. I mean, if she pulled hard enough, the collar's a breakaway collar. So she's not going to be like dangling, strangled from me. Plus, you know, I'm awake when I'm wearing this thing. So anyway, she sits in there. She will eventually... This is the only way I was able to get my dishes washed earlier. Okay, so she's in there. So anyway, so we have this one. And we're actually going to pair these. Because it's... Like, this will be like the main body of it. And then this will be like the contrasting bit. So I think those will look good together. And they're both so super soft. All right. And then we have other colors that we're doing for the same project. I mean, we've got the, you know, the big twist cotton, because cotton's always good for, you know, anything that's got to be clean through glowing. And oh, the prices on those, let's see, let me find it. Yeah, and I know like my face is close up and I'm having to lean back and whatnot. I have my tripod is not working with me very well for right now. I've still got to figure out how I'm gonna... It's kind of set up where if I'm sitting in my little rocking egg chair, then it'd be perfect, but I'm actually sitting on an ottoman right now, so it's wonky. Okay, where in the world is this? Come on. Oh yeah, and guess who took a bite out of the receipt? So... Okay, I know it's kind of a... Don't you dare. I know it's a long receipt, but how... It should not be that hard to find this. Yeah, don't even think about it, you little shit. Just go in there and plan on going to sleep. I think we picked up some yarn too that we were looking at and meant to sit back down and ended up not. Okay. No, okay. Did we somehow manage to not? Okay. That's a case, a bin, box, round plus white. I don't even know what that is. Oh, I know what that is. Okay, I know that you really don't want to sit here and watch me go over my... So I'll scoot back and you can watch the little demon trying to escape. It's not going to happen. You're in jail. Today. Chain, floss. Okay, that might be a bonus because we put everything on the shelf and or like we handed everything, put everything on the counter, and I cannot see it on their seat. So I'm thinking freebie, I guess. It's not on there, but it's loops and threads, and I think it started. I mean, it's a set that started like $9.99, so it was like $4 something. But we had those two. You're not escaping. Okay, we had the big twist here, you know, the cotton, you know, I mean, it's 196 yards, and it is jade green, and it's number 4, compared to, well, they're the classic cut. But I mean, it's, well, it means like, so it's 196, and then like the little ones like the, I can't think of them now, the regular cotton, the ones that you get in the little mini cupcakes, those are normally about 120 yards. So, you know, it's just a little bit bigger. But anyway, the big twist, let's see if I can find it on my receipt that, okay. Come on. Okay, living sage. Nope, not jade green. It's not jade green. Is that jade green? That is jade green. Okay, fine. So these were the ones that were normally $4.49 were $1.80. So we got, I think there's 4 of those. And then see the remake, the recycled stuff. I like the color, nice fall harvest, whatever color. It's amber. You're staying in there. You're not escaping. You can escape when I'm done. So it's a number 4, 217 yards, 199 meters. What is that little grunt for? 100% recycled polyester. And it's the Lion Brand Yarns, the remake. So, and it's really soft. I mean, especially for something that's recycled, it's, I mean, it's not like the absolute softest like Chanel, but it's really soft. We all get one of those. That may be the only one we saw in the entire store. Or we got sidetracked because you've got 2 people with ADHD, you know, roaming around Joann's when they're having a sale. So, we're lucky we're not still lost in there somewhere. Where's the remake? But I will say, just say that we didn't pay more than, you know, of course, a lot of these yarns, you know, we didn't pay more than $5 for any of the yarns. So I'll just skip the prices. You know, everyone knows what Joann's is doing good prices. Just remember, if you go there in person, scan every barcode. So we got that one. This had to have been an accidental purchase. It's the Draper James Cozy Wool, because we were intentionally avoiding wool just because, you know, wool's tendency to do some funky stuff when you wash it. We didn't want shrinking or felting or anything like that. It's 60% SW merino wool and 40% acrylic, so maybe it won't shrink as much. Let's see if it's got the Hand wash cold, do not bleach, dry flat, do not iron, do not dry clean. So yeah, don't trust this not to go funky if you accidentally wash it, because it's giving you the same wear wool warnings type things. So this is Sunshine, and I don't know if I said 143 yards, 130 meters. Original price looks like it was $7.99. Definitely not what we paid for. But it's soft. It is one of those that, if I were to make like a nice sweater or like a nice wearable type thing, this would be a really good one for it. Plus, it's very beginner friendly as far as you're not going to split the yarn. So I like it. I really do. I just wish it weren't wool. But yeah. Okay, then here's more Big Twist yarn. This is 100% acrylic. It's the Big Twist Living. And I'm going to have to try it and remember to flip this video so everything is like right ways for you, because I think it's going to be backwards. If I don't, I'll have to look at it on playback. But I know that I used to have to flip all my videos. So okay, it's 199 yards, 182 meters. The price listed on $6.49. Again, not what we paid. Don't escape. You're not escaping. You're stuck there for life. So number 4. Why is it I can always find the info I need unless I'm looking for it? So it's number 4. It looks like you need 5 skeins for an adult sweater, 6 skeins for I don't know. Yeah, that's a blanket. 1 for a hat, 3 for a scarf. And again, you'd be able to, if it's one of those, you're still tethered, you're not going anywhere. You can get on my shoulder if you want, but that's, I got a mustache. If I can get that to where's the camera? Over here. See, but it's woven tightly enough that it's not going to be as easy to split. It is very, very soft. But I've always liked, the Big Twist yarns. We got some of those for his project. And this was another, it might have been an accidental, we just forgot to put it back. This is the KC Botanical. And it's 70% bamboo viscose and 30% cotton. So it's really, this is like the kind of stuff that I would like. See, she broke through the breakaway. So let me put her on parole for a second. If she will behave long enough for me to put her on parole. And she'll get she can get her collar back later. She's not like, actually my door is open. Don't escape. So anyway, it is 137 yards of a number 4. It would take 6 to make a small adult sweater. So, but it's another one. It's Peaches and Cream or Lily and Cream or something like that, was with the little cotton ones that are like, whatnot. So it's kind of about that, size, but it's not cotton. You little twerp, you didn't parole from jail. You escaped. You're a little escapee. Go eat food. Love her to death, but she is a furry little demon. So yeah, this color is ochre. So, it is soft. I like it. Plenty of things, and it's a machine wash cold, don't bleach, dry flat, don't iron, don't dry clean. So yeah, this is one that you could wash and not have to worry about it getting screwed up. And right when it was there, I think this was like the only one loose, but the rest of them they still just had in their bags of 4 with a sign that said yarn is sold individually. So, and as far as these, I think this was like the only color I saw at mine. But, and then, okay, we have these that are the Happy Value yarns. Looks like originally were $1.49. These were 40 cents each. If you live in Oklahoma City and you go to the Joann's out on Rockwell, I'm sorry, if you go in before they stock up in the next, if they stock up again before they, we bought all except for 10 of the evergreens. I think there was like 35 of them we bought because they were 40 cents each. But it's 87.5 yards and 80 meters. Very soft. It's like the Dollar Tree has the Premier Basic Just Yarn, which is like the premier like bottom tier yarn, but it's still really nice. Like I have a sweater. If I get it back, it's in storage. I paid 17 balls of yarn, so basically it's a $17 sweater. Of course, their yarn has gone up to $1.25 for the little skeins, but it's still, it's a good yarn. It's nice and it's soft, and for 40 cents, even for like $1, these would be a good price. I got a bunch of those, and then we got like 10 of the ivory. So, plus, this shade green goes with everything. Even you can use that color green year round. Okay, we got. This is Bernat Tip Squeak. I don't know that I've ever seen this before. And of course, it's a baby yarn, so it's gonna be really soft. It's just like really soft. This is like wearable soft, but it's it's fuzzy. But the yarn itself, over here, where's the, it's like a fingering with a fur coat, or a fingering with frizzy hair, so it comes out to being a number 4. But read that for the projects that Chuck wants me to work on. So those will be a good option, and then also the hatch, whatnot at it. But so I may be, and this is the Sea Spray variegation. So it's a bulky 5. So it's not pretending to be a 4. It's pretending to be a 5. Yeah, speaking of frizzy hair, my hair is currently in between. We're still somewhat in that, was it Krusty the Crown that had the 3 things of hair and whatnot. Away from that, we're more into Kramer from Seinfeld, because it still just it doesn't quite have enough length yet to go down into the Tumnus curls, but we'll get there. So, and worst case scenarios, I just say screw it, buzz it super short, not bald, but super short, and then let it just start growing again, because for so long I had it going back just because I didn't know what to do with this, or to this middle part, but it's always going back. So it's like the hair is kind of trained to do that right now, and I'm trying to get the front to not do that anymore. But which is, so it just decides it's compromising by going up instead of back. We get 4 of those, super soft. So, and then I don't know if y'all ever saw the little soap pockets I used to make, that they're just the perfect size to put a bar of soap in, and then you just leave it in the shower, and it's just perfect little scrubby mitt. But I'd make it because I would take the scrubby yarn, the like Red Heart makes some, and then I think Red Heart, it might be called Washi, or that might be a different brand, but this is the Loops and Threads Squeaky Clean. This one is what is this? Color number 04006. Where is it? Oh, Aurora. So, but yeah, purples and greens and blues. I'm pairing it with the Loops and Threads Classic Cotton, and this color is Iris. So I put these two together, and you won't really see this that much. You'll just see this, but this will soften this a little bit and give it more stability and sturdiness. And all I only do is I use those two together, and so they're both number 4. So I think I stayed with whatever hook size you normally do with the number 4. Might have gone up. I'd have to look at my notes. But if it went up, I would have just went up to like 1 size bigger. But it's like 20, I think it was 20 rows of 20 stitches, 20 rows of 20 single crochet. And then, you just fold it in half width, not long width, short width. So you want, you fold it in half this way, not this way, and then just stitch the 2 sides and leave the one side open. And a bar of soap, it's going to stay in there, and it makes a great scrubby, so you don't even have to use a loofah So, and I have one that is in my shower that I love it. So, and then because I don't currently have anything other than like a 2.5 millimeter, I think, hook. We of course got the loops and threads, you know, just standard crochet hook. So I have some options. That is not for you, you twerp. Somebody. Okay, I have never seen these before. I thought these were cute. It's a pair of scissors, but it's like the little keychain, not keychain. Get over here. See this? I got this in the back. Well, first we had this, and they kind of look at it, but they won't get up there. I'm like, I need your big enough to jump up there, but it's new. So I got this to see if, you know, I can kind of encourage them to, you know, help them climb and whatnot. But so far, they haven't got up there, and I think I'm going to put like a smelly cat treat up there, so to kind of entice them. Quit drinking the plant water. I got a plant from Temu. It's cutting from Temu, and by cutting I mean it right now looks like a small log. Because you know it's a what they call a lucky tree, money tree. But anyway, what gets sent is this. Of course, it was sent with a wet end and, you know, paper towel and whatnot. And they're like, you know, put it in water for about 2 weeks, change the water, you know, make sure it stays full, change it out like, you know, every couple days, whatnot. This one likes to drink the water, so the water gets changed out pretty much every day because she drinks it. That's on you, you dork. She went to jump, she landed on the yarn and slid off the cabinet. She landed on a box, she's fine. But anyway, just a cute little pair of scissors with the little clip. They also had a skein of yarn like this, and then something else that I can't remember that I liked. The scissors. I don't trust you. I don't know what you're doing. Oh, that's. We also got the. It's the, you know, of course, the big twist. They advertised it's more than a pound. I haven't weighed it, but. So just got the white because, you know, everyone can use white. I think it actually gives me a weight on here, but it says it is. I'm watching you. And of course, it's right where the. Here, what? Put you up here, and you can figure out what to do from there. Oh, 500 grams. I'm not doing the math right now. Because you have that. Okay, so I like iron-on patches. I have hoodies that I put them on. Between that and the little, you know, stick pins. Oh, look, she's figuring out the stairs. Cool. She's going to jump on my back, claws out, and I'm going to be bleeding. I know that's going to happen. This one, I don't know if you can actually, I mean, you can kind of see there's a panda in there. I'm going to assume, yeah, the panda, the part is supposed to be, you know, white or hollowed out, so it's like the outline type thing. There's that. And we have Unity. I like this one. An avocado. And Beta change. So with that, and then okay, the box I was talking about that, you know, you check the thing. Okay, that's this. Now I'm going to point out real quick. Do you see the number here? It's like 1999 2544. These are the ones that were the $7.99. I think they were. Some of them, the rest of them all started. They were like 1849 or 1841, something like that. Exact thing, same colors, everything. They were 1749. So, but it means you open it, you know, you take the lid off, and you know, you lift it up. You've got 3 bins that in here that, you know, can be removed. They're not like second. And then you have this little tray that has the tray bits. And I figure I'm going to use that kind of to organize, you know, hooks and notions and whatnot. And I figured that, especially right now with things may or may not be, you know, starting everything over, I don't have that much right now. So that would be perfect. And it keeps everything close and keeps the demons from getting into it. Okay. Just took a drink of my soda. I think I'm gonna have to get a new drink out of this because a little. I don't know if, and I would show you. I don't know if you can. I don't know if that is. It's not going to come on. Focus. Here we go. Is that a baby kitty tooth? Because I know she's right at that age where she's probably teething. It's either a kitty tooth or the end of a kitty claw. I'm not sure what, but it ended up in my soda. And ended up on my lips. So, yeah. And then from Temu, this is the DIY crochet kit, you know, but it's got all the stuff to make those. So, you know, all that. And okay, I wasn't paying attention. She got down without jumping on me. So the yarn in here, it's the yeah, it's the kind of, I mean, it could be split, but it's wound pretty tight, so it, you know, sticks to itself pretty well. I'm trying to find one. Okay, so of course, you know, they're not going to give you more than just a little bit more than what you need, but it's really soft. So, and I think I paid, it's like $10 or $15 for this on Temu. And okay, that's the price that was listed. I can't remember if that's one that I got from a game or not, because they do their little advent calendar, their gift calendar thing, whatever. You know, where you get to pick something new each day, and that may have been one of the things that I got on the calendar, or maybe one that that I paid for. Either way, it's one that I wanted. I'm almost done. I'm almost done with the Farmland game, where I'm at like 99.99%, and then my patch that's their cat fountain. Their the little vegetable patch that's getting watered is at like 70 something percent. So I hit 100%, and I'm, you know, so I get the gifts that are that I'm done with the games, and I am not sitting, you know, I'm already not spending that much time on there, but I'm really only going on there now just for the games. Plus, once, because I'm on the Temu Circle, I do the Temu Circle, once a month I go in there and get my free gifts, and then see, or if there's something that I'm specifically looking for, I will go and look. That's one of the places I'll shop around for. But because of the whole, you know, tariffs thing, they're not shipping anything from China anymore directly to people. They're making you buy from, they're making U.S. people buy, or U.S. addresses buy from local sellers, which just means they're already in the U.S. Local doesn't mean that they're actually local to me. But because they're doing that, you now have to pay $2.99 for shipping per seller. So say if I have a cart that's $50 worth of items, and it came from, you know, 10 different sellers, then that's $2.99 times 10 just for the shipping. So it's, you know, but sometimes if you buy from the same seller, you know, like if I were to buy $50 just from one seller, then, you know, likely that seller is going to offer free shipping. But I did see a blurb on, like when I opened Google earlier, it's like apparently there's like 90-day or temporary, whatever, I don't know, 90-day, it might be 30 days, who knows, but there's a temporary reduction in tariffs, and that's as far as how that affects Temu and Shein, that's what caught my eye was. I'm going to email you to your grandmother. Is Temu is going to use that time period to just like stock up all their U.S. warehouses and whatnot. So it's not, since we are not able to get the free shipping unless each individual seller offers it, then it's, the reduction in tariffs is not really going to help us out any, or the temporary whatever thing it is. So I don't need to be buying a whole bunch of stuff from Temu anyway. I have a lot of stuff that I have now, like this. Don't you dare, you twerp. Couple cabinets and shelves that I have right now. These are things that I had bought that I was going to, put in my new room when I moved to Mexico, but that's not happening. So instead, I've been putting them together and using them at my house. So, they're getting used anyway. But it's going to work out. Whether it works out the way I want, I don't know, but it'll work out. And so, anyway, this has been going on for 36 minutes, and my editing skills are like limited to flipping the video so that things appear right way when I afford them. And why is my dough so red? Has it been that red the entire time? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I have no editing skills, so however long it takes my phone to upload this to YouTube. Sorry, I've got cats. Have the zoomies. And Little Miss and Luna are not they're not bonded. They're not necessarily the best of buds. They do get zoomies together, but it very well could be that Luna is chasing Little Miss Nona. But I do know that at nighttime, a lot of times, I will catch them cuddling with me in bed. So, we're making progress. But anyway, that's it. I am going to... What time is it? It's like 10:15 at night. I need to get this uploaded and get things situated so that there's not a whole lot of damage that demons can do at night while I'm sleeping. And then I'm going to bed because I need to seriously get back to a routine and do what, try and figure something out so that I can get my life back on track. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.